All right, for today we're going to eliminate a manifold area, and what that is that's an area where valves are, and so we're just totally going to cut it out. And the best way to do that is just start right here where the water source is. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug this part up right here, and then this will just eliminate here going to the valves. We'll shut the main water line right here. Cut this off right here. Go and cut this off too right here. We always want to do is we want to kind of grip it and hold it so that we're not loosening up any other parts. Let me see if I can grab this with this channel locks. Nope. Starting to turn. So we'll do this. Grab this. I'll turn this right here for a minute. Okay. Grab that. Make sure that's tight there. And then we will so there we go. Wasn't too bad. Right. Okay. The part off there. This out of the way. Of this side. There we go. I'm actually going to take this part off because it's really not stable here. So let me do that. Do that. Interesting. No. Okay. That's real interesting. Okay. No, that's not it. Alright, so we got a little change of plan here. We're going to take this off here, take this whole unit off right here, and then we're going to put this hose bit right here. This is not stable. And actually what I'm going to do here, let me take this out of the way. I'm going to take this off from this union right here. thing about these hose bibs, they really, these new ones they got, they really like super hard to take off. So
oh, yeah. To wash off, yeah. Yeah, what's it called? Just speed of the pace. Yeah, just to follow here.
get some primer. Give me the primer. I really need this to be. Let's go ahead and prime that up real quick. And give me the primer so I can put it in here too. Alright. So let me see. I'm going to do this first now.
Sure, probably, yeah, it's pretty strong stuff. And we can get it off, but it's not necessary. So I'm just gonna do it like this. Get that hose up. Just do it like that. I'm done with the struggle with that hose. I'm trying to do one more turn, hopefully.
Look for leaks. Any leaks? Nope, no leaks. So far, we'll come back and check it out, but it seems like it's all good. Okay, got that in. That was hard. All right, so we got that accomplished. If they ever want to go back to the sprinklers or the drip over there in the front, they can just tap back into it and go back in there. Okay, so we're going to do, for the sprinkler right here, we're going to bring it back over here closer to the concrete. Because being over here, it's not spraying, getting back in this area. So we're going to bring this back so it's in a better position to water the grass. Soil's a little bit tough right now in here, and I don't want to dig it too hard. So what you do is dig, just dig about like this. Then you add some water. So the reason I don't want to dig it too much with force is because I might break the pipe. And this way I do it, the way, putting water is gonna loosen up the dirt and be a lot easier. I don't have to dig so hard and break any pipes. So we're gonna let that set for just a little bit, and we'll start on the other one. Same thing I'm gonna do here. So let this set for a little while, and then we'll just go on to the next thing. Okay, and then so like this one, we gotta, wasn't planning on moving it, but it should be more here in the corner area. And so we have to replace this one and move it. This is a little softer here. As you can tell, it's not softer. It's a good thing. And yeah, so I'm not even putting a lot of force in my digging. Okay, fortunately, these guys have some marlexes on it, which is a good thing. So might have to cut this off right here. Ben, can you give me something to cut that with? Just give me like some wire cutters. So the reason why the soil is wet, is softer here, is because this thing has been, the sprinkler was broken. It was just running down. That's why it was softer. There we go. Cut this guy off right here, so I can see what I'm doing. Right, like that. Then, wow, this thing's kind of going on. It's concrete here. Okay. All right, so we're gonna cut this off right here and bring it to this point right here. Hey Ben, can you give me the pipe cutters? Bring that to the appropriate depth. Gonna cap this off? No, actually, no. I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna cut it right about here. Hold this for a minute. There we go. All right. Okay. This is funny pipe. You see the thickness here? That's called funny pipe, this part right here. This is what you use for this kind of application. So there is a difference between this and your regular drip tubing. This right here is made for this kind of application. And so it takes the, the pressure and everything. So this is what you use. Funny pipe 90. This goes in here, but it's a little tough sometimes to get it in there. So what you want to do is you want to get leverage. Okay, so I'm putting this right here like this with this marlex. Okay, and the marlex, put it inside the sprinkler. Okay, and now I have some leverage. Grab this guy, because you got to kind of see these little bevel thingies here? Gotta kind of have a motion like this to get it in. Like this. Okay, so about right there is good. Go a little more if you want. Okay, so if I would have had just done it with this right here like this, it would have been so hard. So by doing this, you have more leverage. Okay, now see that's gonna work like that. See, I can bend this pipe down. It's flexible, and that's one of the things why you put this kind of parts in, because by accident, if you hit it with a lawnmower, it's gonna have a little give to it. You shouldn't hit with a lawnmower, but if you should, you know, well, that and being able to work with it gives you a lot more flexibility. Okay, so that's gonna work. Yeah, and some dirt in there, hold it down. Pat it down so it doesn't come up. And the other thing too, like see how if it goes down a little too low, you can always bring it up. That's the good thing about having a funny pipe, because it can just, you can pull it up if you need to. You know what I'm saying? So see how it's kind of a little low? So you just go like this, look. There you go. And back down there. Pick it up a little more. You don't want this to be too low, because then when it pops up, it's not gonna have enough clearance. Right? And then you can always push it down if you need to a little bit. Okay. Right. And then what we always do is we're gonna wait here right now for this, but we always blow this out. Make sure there's no dirt in there so it doesn't plug up the nozzle. Okay, so that worked out pretty good right there. Alrighty. Okay, so we see the water's gone down now, so that means it's gonna be soft to work with. Okay.
How you want to work it when you're digging. You just gotta want to scrape it, and not do this because you're gonna break something, and then that won't work. Okay. Now this has no. This is gonna be a funny pipe like it was over there. So. Yeah.
Okay, so I can see what we're working with. But we just had to put a little bit more water in there because I want to dig it a little bit deeper. And come back to it. Go back to this other next one. Too. We just flushed. We're trying to find that sprinkler and it wasn't working right because this was losing a lot of water here, but that's okay because we got it flushed out. We're going to put a nozzle in it so that way it'll be able to pressurize the pipe. So we're putting this nozzle in here, and then the system will work better. We'll be able to figure out what's going on with that that other sprinkler that's not working right. Okay, so let me just check this radius real quick. Yeah, that's okay. I might have to adjust a little bit. But... okay. Turn on the sprinkler. Yeah, nonsense. Alright, there we go. A little better. So I can adjust these. These are Hunter adjustables. Alright, so that's not too bad. So, oh, right here. See the soil's easier now. And I'm not going to cut that pipe. I'm not going to cut the pipe because it's just unnecessary. I don't need to do it, but you can if you want. But I'll show you something that's going to be a little bit easier, hopefully. Okay. Alright. No, definitely easier. Actually, let me see what I'm going to do here. Yeah, I'm going to put a little bit on this side. Okay. Right. Let's do this guy here, make sure it's clean. Alright. Need to get an extractor for that. Take that guy out. Is it on? Okay, let's see. There we go. Right. Get that guy out of there. Pipe 90. These marlex, these funny pipe 90s, they still look pretty good. I mean, if you want, you can put Teflon. If you want to save a little time, and it's not, you know, it doesn't really ever leak. You just do it like that. We'll make it one more. Actually, that's pretty tight. Okay. And so we got this here. Here we go. Right. Alright, so you can see where you cut it at. Oh, it's about right there. The other thing to mention is you don't want it to be all the way here to the concrete. You want to leave a little space because when they overlap, if they're too close over here, right, butted up, it's going to start hitting the concrete a lot. So if you give a little space there, it's going to be a lot better. All right, there we go. And we got the little, cool, okay. squared away. This actually is in a pretty good position. Reason why, it's actually a little bit further out than we normally have it to the concrete. But the thing about this situation is that because it curves, you don't want it to be. Okay, so we're gonna get this guy out, fix this guy now. This actually is in a pretty good position, so we're not gonna move it. We're just gonna replace it. Let me see. And it has a funny pipe in there, good thing. All right. Okay, so we got this guy in here now. I just wanted to point this out because you have the option of, they have these little plug thingies here. Well, it actually has a hole in it when you first get a new pop-up. And so you can, important thing to do is flush the system out once you put in a new sprinkler, or if you have to, so what you want to do is you want to flush it out. Is there any dirt in there? You won't plug up the nozzle, but you have the option of leaving this on and flushing it out. Or what I do is I take it off, because you get everything out of there for sure. And kind of build a little thingy right here so the water comes out this way. Okay, see how the water didn't go back in? We don't want it to happen like that, so that's why I had to dig that out better so the water comes out. And now we're completely flushed, so we can put a nozzle on that now. All right, dig there, go in there. Cheat here a little bit. Don't recommend doing that too much, but just once in a grand while. Nope. All right. Okay, so we got it all fixed up here now. It's all sprinkling, watering the area really good. I just got the first zone on, but it's all doing really good. I had to go and bump up the pressure with the regulator in front. So it's watering a lot better now, a lot better coverage.